So, welcome to the session. We are on page 32. We had done the first three sutras. The last sutra we did was sutra number 3. And we had talked about how beautifully Master had explained, relationship problems are like hurricanes, like storms. So, the thing is, I think what Master is teaching us is don't be too upset or don't get overwhelmed or don't get, don't let yourself be broken when they occur. Let's move forward. Sutra number 4. You have the freedom to wallow in mud or to love again, to live and to be happy. So, when there are relationship problems, we have two choices. One is we wallow. Wallow means you continue, just stay in that. And like a animal will wallow in mud or in कीचड़ में एक जानवर जैसे बैठ जाता है. So something like that. So master is saying don't be like that. Don't, that is one choice. You can stay in that pain, in that thing, allow yourself to become bitter, stay in that completely negative state of mind, treat yourself as a victim. Oh, I'm so, I'm so unfortunate, this has happened to me, that has happened to me. That is one choice. Second choice, normalize and go back to your normal life, go back to being happy, go back to loving. The specific recipe master has given is to love again. Don't let your the क्या बोलना चाहिए, जो स्टोरेज है, the reserves of love, don't let them dry up, don't let them get wasted. Just go back to being your normal, loving, living, happy self. And how do you do that? Of course, as pranic healers, we know many methods. We have to, first of all, accept. We have to accept that it has happened. Second is you have to, forgiveness becomes very, very important. And then pranic healing, do healing. You know, I tell people that pranic healing is the only healing modality that can heal a broken heart. So put it into practice. And of course, how to be loving again. Meditation on twin hearts is a great, great way. Yeah. So the choice is ours. Somewhere I think in a few pages back, somewhere Master had said that, you have to be responsible. Yeah. So it is on page 19. If you look at the second sutra, Master said, do not blame other people for your problems. Be responsible for your actions. So take responsibility. Choice is mine. I can choose to be happy or I can choose to wallow in the pain and unhappiness. Yes? Yes, can do. Or is it difficult? Yeah, I think if you try, you will find it is not so difficult. You see, again, let me remind you, love is a verb, it is an action. Unfortunately, due to all these movies and romantic books and novels and so on, we have somehow come to believe that love is a state. Love is something that happens. No, it is something we do. It is for us to love. It is a verb. It is an action. So it is a matter of choice. You choose to to stay in love. It will happen. It's not so difficult. It may sound weird that I'm in pain and you are asking me to love. Try it. It's the fastest way out of that hole. All right, let's go on. Next section. When relationships are superficial, they tend not to last. So things that go into the depth, like a tree, which where the roots really go deep down, that is a strong tree. And that tree can survive storms, it can survive high winds and so on. But a tree where the roots are only superficial, they are only on the surface, strong wind will come, that will be blown away. So in a relationship, a relationship becomes strong when you have gone through some disagreements, when you have gone through some conflicts, the relationship has been under stress and it has survived that, then it becomes strong. Yeah, like I remember one poet, he says that like in Indian marriage, husband and wife, they are like the two rails of a railway track. They never come together, but the sleepers, those bars, they don't let them go apart also. Anyway, it doesn't mean that we should seek disagreements or seek conflicts, but if over time, because they are natural, later we will see that problems in relationships are inevitable. तो वो जब हो जाते हैं, then you will have more confidence that yes, my relationship will survive. What is the quality of your relationship? What kind of energy have you sent to your partner? By what comes out of your mouth, you will know the status of your relationship. You see, if you keep sending negative energy to your friend, partner, whoever the other person in the relationship is, you see, relationships can be of many kinds. They can be professional, they can be personal, they can be like husband, wife, parent, child, siblings, friends, and so on and so forth. So here I would use the word partner in a wider sense, the other person in the relationship. तो अगर आप उसको नेगेटिव एनर्जी भेज रहे हैं, हाउ विल योर रिलेशनशिप बी हेल्दी? आई मीन मे बी शॉर्ट टाइम यस, बट लॉन्ग टर्म इट विल नॉट हैपन. You see, because what you are thinking, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, that is all energy, and that if it is what should I say, directed to that person, it will go to that person and it will affect. You see, what is a relationship? Finally, you have to understand, एक relationship क्या होती है? What is it? It is just a particular type of energy link. So you have energy links with people around you. Now, when we say it's a relationship, what we really mean is that the energy link is a little thick. And very strong relationship means that link is really very, very, very thick. So each of us is transmitting energy over it through our thoughts, emotions, and words, especially when we direct it to the other person. You're thinking of the other person, you're thinking in anger, that is the energy being transmitted. You are thinking in a loving way, that is the energy you are sending. Now, if you keep sending negative energy, how can the relationship stay healthy? It's kind of obvious, don't you think? So what Master is saying is that when you speak about the other person or to the other person, what kind of words come out, that will tell you what is your relationship with that person, or what is the quality or the status of that relationship. Okay, next page. Have a relationship target. Consider the state of your relationship right now. Do you have good communication with your partner? Are you able to have deep conversations? Where do you want to be 10 years from now? Now, this is super, super practical guidance. Very, very practical guidance. At the back of this is this reminder that love is a verb. So what Master is telling us is that work is involved, actions are involved. And so it is practical and very good if you set relationship targets. Again, they can be short term, medium term, long term. When you do that, when you set targets, then you are able to plan for what kind of work I have to do for this relationship, so that from this stage, it evolves to this stage in whatever time you have thought. Maybe it is 3 months, maybe it is 6 months, maybe it is 1 year, maybe it is 3 years, whatever it is. So then your efforts, your progress will become time bound. And what do you have to do? You have to, of course, your thoughts, emotions, words. You can also do relationship healing if you have learned relationship healing. Blessings are very good. Every time you do twin heart meditation, you please do blessing. Kriya Shakti, if you do Kriya Shakti, if you're a Kriya Shakti practitioner, you can do that as well. I see a hand up. Can we just complete this page and then we'll come back to that? Yeah. Okay. In marriage, you love a lot and forgive a lot. Love is the lubricant. You see, in marriage is the closest relationship, more or less, most people, their closest bond or their closest relationship. And probably I would say the most important relationship is with their spouse. So, somewhere, if you remember, Master had said friction is inevitable. So friction to hogi hi, because you are so close. Master talked about the hands rubbing. You remember this in the last session? Master talked about when you rub, if you, it's like rubbing your, when you rub your, when your hands are close and you rub them, there will be friction. So that is what it is. When between spouses, they are so close physically, emotionally, mentally, that their lives are so close that friction is inevitable. So lubrication becomes necessary. That is why master talks about lubricant, because friction hoga. So then we have to see this as a great opportunity to practice love, to practice forgiveness, because it's a great opportunity to evolve. Later master has a sutra where he says that family life is the one of the fastest ways to spiritual development. And why is that so? Because friction is inevitable, and love, forgiveness, tolerance, acceptance, all these virtues you have to necessarily develop. Okay? Extreme openness between partners occurs when they feel a lot of love. Kind of obvious, right? I mean, they really open up to each other. In a sense, you can say that their auras merge. In India we have this concept of ardhangani. I don't know if you heard this word, ardhangani, which ang means organs or body parts. So it's like our bodies, between me and my spouse, it's like our bodies have fused together. We are sharing organs. If you remember in the basic pranic healing book, there is a great picture. You can, I don't know if you can see it very clearly here, but if you can't see it very clearly, this picture, I don't know if you can see it very clearly. The caption here is inner and outer auras of a loving couple. So you can see the auras have merged into each other. Can you see? So this is kind of what master is pointing at when he says that because of the love between them, there is extreme openness. I remember I talked about the relationship being like a cord. So the cord is really very thick. It is so thick that practically the auras have almost fused together. Yeah. And you see, always love is inclusive. And when the love is very, very high level, and it's not only physical, but also it has intimacy, it has, the desire to help each other, nurture and support each other, and respect for each other, then it becomes really, very inclusive at all levels. When you feel a lot of love, you may experience the divinity in your beloved. So, I think the way one has to understand this is that when you feel a lot of love, your heart chakra is highly activated. And to activate the crown chakra, the necessity or the prerequisite is that your heart chakra has to be activated. So, in general, it is said that the world appears more beautiful, it appears more lovely. If you listen to all the popular poems and songs and so on, people describe the world looking more beautiful to them when they are deeply in love. And when it comes to this, you may experience the divinity. I remember a Shah Rukh Khan movie where there was this song, Tujhme Rab Dikhta Hai, Yara Main Kya Karu. So he's telling his beloved that I see God in you, or something like that. Maybe a little bit of poetic license, but that is what we are talking about over here. You see, but what this involves is that we are talking about real and true love, which is not only at the physical level. It's not just lust. There is love. So they may find expression at the physical level, but it transcends that into, great amount of affection, great amount of consideration, acceptance of each other, or respect for each other, and the desire to sort of, share life with each other. Let's come to the last sutra on this page. project loving kindness to your partner and the person will bloom. So again, remember, love is a verb. And this is very practical, very helpful. This is the way to nurture each other in a relationship. And the nurturing can be mentally, emotionally, verbally, physically, at all levels. Love needs to be expressed. It is not enough to just, this is one of the lessons that I learned when I got into pranic healing. For example, my relationship with my children was not that great because I was a little not so good at expressing love. I mean, I sort of would once in a while I would tell my children that, of course I love you, but it was not for finding expression. Excuse me. And then when I started expressing love, then my relationship with my children really, really, blossomed. And so not only with your spouse, but even with your other family members, unless you express love, the relationships will be a little bit dry. And secondly, if you start expressing love, you will find that you are helping the other person bloom, blossom, become, grow, evolve. I think we've gone past the time. Shall we end the session and move to the healing portion? Let's give thanks. Supreme God, thank you. All the great ones, thank you. Master Chua, thank you.